Hey guys, how's it going? Silix here. So today I want to talk about field recordings and how I use them in ambient music. So to get things started, let's play a snippet of a track that I've recently been working on. Okay, so as you can see, it's a fairly simple song, I guess, right now with just three different tracks going on here. So let's just quickly go through them one by one and see what we got. So the first one here is just a pad, which I think started off as two synth pads, which I then bounced down to a single audio file. And then I went to flex mode here and stretched them out quite a bit. So let's just go and listen to the original, and we'll see how that sounds. Alright, so as you can hear, it's not bad, but it's kind of harsh on the ears with some of those higher frequencies. So what I did, as I just mentioned, is I went to flex mode, chose the speed algorithm, and then stretched it out by roughly twice its length. And because I was using the speed algorithm here, it in turn pitched it down, so it sounds like this now. So it's a lot easier on the ears, a lot calmer, and I think it sounds a lot nicer. Just one quick thing to note is all these EQs that I have going on here are just here to tame some resonant peaks that were going on. So that's all that those are doing. Right, so the next thing I have going on here is just me playing the electric guitar. I think it was just a one-take Willie, nothing special. Let's just have a quick listen. And of course, obviously with a lot of reverb on there. Yeah, and then finally here, I have a little field recorder. I use the Tascam DR07. I'll probably put a link in the description to that somewhere after this video is done here. Yeah, so I was just walking around the Inner Harbor. I'm fortunate enough, I guess, to live on the western coast of Canada. So yeah, I just took a walk along the seawall here, and got some pretty cool sounds. Let's just start off by listening to the original with no reverb on it or anything. So that sounds pretty cool on its own, but it's a little bit too forward in the mix for my liking here. So all I did simply was just throw some reverb on there. In this case, I'm using the Lexicon Hall reverb with about 40% mix. And I feel that this kind of just pushed it back in the mix, made it sound a little bit more dreamy and spacey. So let's just have another listen with the reverb on there. Yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to this one here. One thing, I guess, just about the field recording here, and when you're listening to ambient music like this, is that it really lets your mind wander and like focus on those weird sound effects, or maybe there's like a person talking here or there, and yeah, it just kind of lets your mind go places that I guess it normally wouldn't, and it really helps to create that imagery when you're listening to the music, which I feel is really important. So yeah, I've got one more example here to show you guys. So yeah, let's moving on. Okay. So this one here is a little different in that instead of a one-take recording like, you know, middle of downtown or in a park or something, this is a bunch of different sound effects that I got going here, layered with kind of like some white noise stuff. So let's just have a listen and see what I got here. Okay, so there's no actual instruments being played here. This is just all sound effects here. So I guess let's go ahead and check out some of these. Let's check out these guys here. So one of them by themselves here, I believe, are just a bunch of sticks. I was in the forest with some friends just trying to capture some cool sounds. So let's just take a listen to this guy here. All right, and I guess let's just reverse engineer from here. Let's just take off the reverb. And then I think for all these guys, I decided to stretch them out and just see how they sounded. So let's take off this algorithm and listen to the original audio. So yeah, just wrestling a bunch of dry branches. It was a little bit too high in the frequency range for my liking, so that's why I decided to pitch them down and add some reverb to kind of drown things out. So yeah, that's how those guys started off. And then I sort of wanted to have this hum, this kind of like, you know, wind noise going throughout the background. And what I have here is, I think I was just out in the same place that I was hiking here, and there was a highway with a bunch of cars going from the background. You could sort of hear the hum of all the traffic. So I got that. This is what it sounds like, first with everything on there. And now without the reverb, actually just show you what I got here. It's just completely drowned out, 100% mix, 100% wet reverb here. So dry, it sounds like this. You can hear it's a lot more forward in the mix. And then of course I did some EQ work, and there's a lot of gain because it was really quiet. So without the EQ, it sounds like this. So you can see that you can hear the rumble of the wind as well as all the noise from having to crank the gain so high, and it's also clipping too. So if we turn back on the EQ, and we can see it sounds a lot nicer. So the main reason for the reverb here is that if I play it without the reverb with all the other tracks here, let's just go ahead and play it now. So you can probably hear that the white noise hum is just a little bit too forward in the mix. So now if I turn back if I turn on the reverb again, you can see that it'll push it back in the mix, allowing all these sound effects to sort of sit nicely on top of everything. Yeah, so that's pretty much all there was to this one here. This is actually a collaboration that I'm working on with another ambient artist who goes by the name of Ambient Sketchbook. I'll leave a link down in the description to where you can listen to his music. And yeah, so I guess all that's left on a track like this would be to, add some ambient pads or whatnot. So luckily I've got this set up here for you. And let's also get the most sexy smexoscope going here. And let's just have a listen to see what I can come up with. Hopefully it won't be something terrible. And there you have it, one ambient soundscape coming up. So yeah, I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. You know, as always, leave me your questions and comments and feedback. And yeah, have a great day, and thanks for watching.